Shamanism has existed since the dawn of human history, in every single native culture on the planet. Today in the Western world, in our age of rationalism, shamanism is just seen as just delusional primitive nonsense that has no importance or use in our society. But why then did every single person on the planet, thousands of years ago, saw it as a necessity for at least one person in their community to be a shaman? So why has our view in the modern era, at least here in the West, changed so much about shamanism? Let's go back to where it all began, to a time before the rise of civilization. This was a time when humans lived only in small tribes. Large communities were non-existent at this point. There only used to be one shaman in each tribe. This individual held the responsibility of guiding the tribe's survival by communicating with what we could call the spirit realm, a realm of fluid thoughts, feelings, and images. The thoughts, feelings, and images all had the potential to be manifested, as long as the shaman created an effective way to bring them into manifestation. So how did the shaman achieve this manifestation? Well, he usually interpreted the thoughts, feelings, and images through art, storytelling, music, performance, or any other creative method to change the consciousness of his tribe. With this change of consciousness within the tribe itself was then able to work collectively to bring the idea of the shaman into manifestation. This was usually an idea that was for the benefit of the tribe, as it was an idea that ensured their survival and was there to make their lives easier. The shaman of the tribe was also a healer, not just in a physical sense, but also in a spiritual, mental, and emotional sense. He was able to help guide each individual in the tribe to find a practice which they have passion for, and to encourage that individual to use this practice as a way to stop feelings and thoughts of low vibration manifesting within them. So let's now move on in our history to the dawn of civilization, where tribes collectively came together with other tribes and formed nations. With this change, there was no longer one shaman, as now there were many shamans, who all more or less became a council of wise elders, as well as manifesting great monuments such as the pyramids, temples, and stone circles. The shaman also had the responsibility of making sure that only wise and moral people were initiated into positions of power, to make sure that the king or chieftain was an individual with wisdom, understanding, and had a strong moral compass. However, as civilization rose to their peak, certain shamans were corrupted by power and used their abilities and gifts to instead manipulate and control people in any way they wish, without morality or wisdom. This then became war between the shamans and the sorcerers. The sorcerer, being the anti-shaman, using the same abilities as the shaman only to gain full power, control, and manipulation over everyone else. This takes us forward in history to the age of Christianization of Europe, where slowly a holocaust was being done to all shamanistic cultures, and particularly the shaman themselves. This was of course being all orchestrated by the sorcerers, who were operating this from the shadows behind the emperors and kings at the time, who on the surface seemed to be in complete charge of this holocaust themselves, though nothing is further from the truth. The sorcerers did not, however, destroy the knowledge of the various shamans of Europe and the Near East. They preserved them and used their knowledge for their own psychopathic means of control and extreme power over others. From the Dark Ages throughout our history, right up to the present day, the shamans of the world were killed off one by one, and then the rest of the people were Christianized and slowly forgot their shamanistic past due to the colonization. In the world today, there are hardly any legitimate traditional shamans left. Only a very few have survived the colonization of the Western world. To be mentored by a traditional shaman in today's world is an extreme rarity, and in the Western world is almost impossible. However, due to the times that we are living in today, with a global elite that uses high-level sorcery to control and manipulate us on every level, we have no choice but to become shamans ourselves. So how do I become a modern shaman without being trained by a traditional shaman? Well, the fact is, you don't need to be trained by any traditional shaman. You have the abilities of a shaman already within you, Every human being does. However, you first need guidance, and that is what I am here for. I am not here to teach you any form of traditional shamanism. I'm here to help you, guide you to become your own original modern shaman. The lessons I will be presenting in my upcoming videos will be guides and inspirations that you can then bring into practice. Some of the lessons might not be your thing personally, and that's okay. I want everyone to find what works for them. As an individual, I am not interested in forming any collective, as I am only interested in making you a healthy and strong sovereign individual who has the ability to heal themselves, as well as helping others to also heal themselves. So, are you ready to become a shaman of the 21st century?